Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie's Garden. I am in Florida Zone 9B, and I thought today we would repot some plants that desperately need it. And also I will show you my trash picking find of the week. So we'll start here in the front garden. As you can see, the cups of gold are in bloom. Isn't that beautiful? And these plants are quite large, or these flowers are. It's a vining plant. It's also known as the chalice plant. The whole thing is covered in these flowers. And due to the weight of it, it's kind of toppled the trellis, but it will pop back up once winter comes and it defoliates, but it is looking quite lovely. So we're going to start here with my first trash pick of the week. And that is this plant stand here. You can see it too well. It's about 3 foot tall, and it's just a metal plant stand, so I propped it up, and this is a silver streak pothos on top of it there. But it is a nice plant stand. It's sturdy, nothing wrong with it. Didn't even need to spray paint it or anything. So that was my first trash pick find. And just show you this before we get to the next thing. Look at the silver sword. It has spilled out of the pot. The pot's right here. Spilled out into the pot. And once it started planting itself into the ground, or rooting itself into the ground, it started to get these lobes. So I just love that. It is really starting to develop. And then right in here is where the tree branch came down from Hurricane Milton on the ginger plant. And I only ended up having to cut 2 of the ginger leaves off that the plant destroyed, but the other 2 are doing fine. They're just a little bent, but they're not broken. And I think I'm going to get a stake to prop them up some. And I think they should be fine from there. And it didn't hit the shampoo. It's a shampoo ginger, so the little flower didn't hit. So that is still coming up. So the next thing I found was 4 of these long containers. I think these would be good for strawberry. They already have the holes drilled in them. I can't believe somebody was throwing those out. That's such a good find. The next thing was 4 of these tables. They're metal tables. They do have a little rust on them, but I think I should just sand it out and spray paint them black. They'll be fine. The next thing was just these little plastic crates that you can put the flower pots in. I like these. I like to have a little collection of those. And these are the pots that go in them. But I found these. I think these were pickle containers because they smell heavily of pickles. But I thought maybe I could do something with the plants with them. And then I found these as well. They all have drain holes in them, dirt. I think they were using them as potato starter bins. So that's my guess anyways. But so, and like I said, they all have drain holes in them. So there's 6 of these. So I thought that was a good find. And last was this little guy here. It's not my personal color, so I am going to sand it down and spray paint it, and then I'll have another plant stand, because I need another one of those. Alright, so that's all for the finds of the week. Usually most of the stuff I just find just driving in through the neighborhood or to the grocery store or something like that. Sometimes my sister will pick things up and bring them to the house. My brother, same thing in his neighborhood. He'll be like, oh, there's somebody's got a plant pot I got for you in front of the house now. So yesterday I did see a plant pot, but it was so heavy and I was by myself. There was no way I was getting it into the car. It was unfortunate. It was solid, but it had quite a big plant in it, and it said free, take me on it. And I just was not for me. It was not meant to be. So here's a plant I got on clearance at Lowe's. And this is going to be the plant that we are repotting. Look at those roots. I mean, that is just crazy. I think we're going to have to cut the pot away from it and then just try as best we can to get the roots out of there. I might trim a few of these roots off. I think it'll be fine. And there is 4 plants in here. And that's in one of those self-watering containers. So that is going to be our first project. Okay, everyone. So this is the pot we are going to put the plant in with its crazy roots. So I'm going to cut it out of here, then we'll drop it into this container. And this is one of the ones I got for free, trash picking. Well, it is finally out of the plastic container. I was able to save most of the roots and detangle them, so that is good. I have decided, I should say, to keep this all 4 plants together. Actually 4, 5, 6 plants together. And because this is such a large pot, I'm going to put a pole or a trellis or something in the middle of it. I am going to try to separate them away from each other a little bit, so I can put the trellis in the middle of the pot so everything can grow up the center of the pot. But I think in any extra roots that I wasn't able to save, like this long one here, I've just been throwing in the pot. Figure that's hopefully nutritious for them. Oh, there it goes. But this is a Silver Streak pothos. And like I said, I got this one on clearance. It was a little sad looking, but it looks a lot better now. So let me get some dirt. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little flower and vegetable fertilizer. I don't have any other fertilizer right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and use that. It is very windy today, and it is getting ready to rain. We really don't need any rain with all the flooding that's been happening here in Florida, so I don't know. Look at those aerial roots. I mean, they're just crazy. I don't know if I should let the aerial roots just kind of dangle outside the pot or plant them. I think I'm just going to let it dangle outside the pot. I think this one here I'm going to separate. So I got 3, 4 in there. Let's do one more. Nice healthy roots on all of these. I think I might have to get more dirt. So this last one here just has this little baby coming off of it, so I'm just going to plant that and then plant the other one in its own container. I have a plant swap coming up in about, I don't know, I think it's in about a month or so. And then I think I might take that to the plant swap. All of a sudden, I live in a pretty small town, and all of a sudden all the plant swaps have been getting seriously popular. They've been having them at the local library, which has a butterfly garden. I think I've taken you guys there before to see the butterfly garden. Okay, so that is it for this. Let me see if I can find a trellis. I don't have a trellis, but I do have a coconut pole. It's still wrapped up. Or a coconut husk pole. So it might be too big for this for right now. Let's see how it looks though. Yes, that looks ridiculous. Yeah. So that is what it looks like right now. So here it is backed up a little bit. I think I'm going to leave it for right now. This one here, I think I might be able to, because I kind of put the aerial roots hanging out. I think I can probably use some tape, that Velcro gardening tape, and try to start the process of it going up the pole. And I think now that they have more space to expand their roots and to take off a little bit more, I think they should be happy, and I don't think there'll be any problem getting it to go up the coconut husk pole. The next thing we're going to do is take out this here. I believe this is a Buddha belly plant. So here's my Buddha belly. It's in bloom, looking quite nice. I mean, look at the leaf shape, and it's only right here. I think it's the same thing. I have had seeds on it, but I usually never am able to capture them because the squirrels get to them before I can harvest the seeds. So I believe it finally happened. Somehow the seeds got to that pot. Maybe a squirrel ate it, decided no, not for me, and dropped it off there. I don't know. So I am going to take it out, put it in another pot, and because I'm getting ready to take these spear sansevieria out of there. They're not doing well. So I'm going to take these out, put it in a nice pot, and see if I can get a second Buddha belly. I am very excited for that. Okay, let's give a look and see what this looks like in here. I got my mini shovel. I got it at Walmart, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It was on clearance. Oh, okay, not bad. My only thought is that, the other plant has like this long caudix, very woodsy looking caudix, and this one just has a stem. But the leaf sure does look like it's the same thing. So, but I'm going to plant it up, take a chance, and see what happens with it. So I'm just going to plant it up into this tiny little nursery pot here. Let me get some soil. And it has I got some soil, and it has a very shallow root system. So I think that's all, this pot is going to be fine for it. I don't know if this is the shell of the seed. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I think I'm just going to plant it in here and see what happens. Get a little bit more dirt. Yeah, it also occurs to me I have a plant called a Buddha belly stomach ache. It's in the backyard, but it was in the front yard here for quite a while. And I'm wondering, it looks similar. I'm wondering if this might be that plant. The leaves are the same, but that one is a very tall plant. It's probably about 4 foot tall now. And it's just one long, thin stem or trunk of the plant. Let me show you that and see what you think. So this is the plant. Similar leaves, and it goes all the way up to here. Oh, it actually has a seed on it. Let me show you. Right there, that little green thing is the seed. Actually, I think this might be 5 foot tall because it's taller than me. Well, it has to be taller than 5'4", so. But like I said, the base of it is just kind of woodsy. I'm thinking it might be this now, which I would be happy with too. I've never successfully gotten a seed off of this either because of the squirrels. So, yeah, I'm thinking it might be this, which I would be very happy with this. I've had this plant probably 4 or 5 years, and I've never gotten anything off of it. And it is in the same family as the Buddha belly. The lady who sold it told me it was called a Buddha belly stomach ache. I've seen it online. It has a more scientific name on it, but that's what I've always called it. Just give a little update on the tree that came down during Hurricane Milton. It's still here. But I have been hacking away at it. So I have a pile here and a pile on the other side of the tree. I've just been using the pole saw and my clippers and loppers to kind of take it down a little bit. And it's starting to, the leaves are starting to finally fall off the tree. I realized though that the tree had mistletoe, which is like a fungus here in Florida. Maybe it's fungus everywhere, I don't know. See that right there? That is mistletoe. And once it attaches to a tree, it usually is not good. They say to break it off, but of course when it's high up in a tree, you really can't. And the tree had a lot of mistletoe. This whole section over here, mistletoe. I've been breaking it off. It's all over the place. So, like I said, I've just been just lopping away at it and doing what I can. Right now, I'm in an area where they're not picking up garbage because there's so much of it and they're overwhelmed. They're only doing certain areas. So there's no sense of rushing. Even if I got this cut up and put on the tree, on the lawn, no one's going to pick it up. It's just going to sit there. So waiting for things to kind of dry out and see if maybe I can start burning again. But it's been so windy, I don't know that I'm going to be able to. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the tree so far. Like I said, I've been working at it in sections and just taking my time with it. It's not like there's any rush, so. And here's the camellia tree. It is getting ready to bloom. I mean, look at this. There are tons and tons of bunches of blooms. So hopefully any day now it'll bloom. And I can't remember what the flower looks like. I think it's like a pink and white stripe, like a candy cane. So hopefully so. And then the Arctic snowbush, also getting ready to bloom. Okay, so our final project is going to be making some fern baskets. So here I have a Boston fern. It actually started as a succulent container. Had quite a few different varieties of succulents in it, but it had one fern frond in it, and it quickly took over the whole basket, and it kind of choked out the succulents. And then this basket went on to have babies, and they're all over here, and it's kind of taken over and being a little invasive. So we're going to take those out, and I have some hanging baskets. We're going to pot them up, and I'm just going to kind of weed out the rest of the ferns then. So let's make some hanging baskets. Okay, so I got the pots with some soil in them, and then I went ahead and pulled the ferns. I'm going to clean them up a little bit. A lot of them have dead stuff in it and tape. I don't know what this is. So just going to clean them up. And this looks like foil, but I have no idea. So do that real quick. And looks like tinsel. I do not know what that is. Maybe it's from an old Christmas decoration. Okay, so I got 2 of them cleaned up. Look, a little frond down in there, getting ready to have another little baby. There's about 3 bunches right here. Okay, so I have a bunch of about 5 we're going to put in there. I'm thinking I'm going to have to trim off some of these roots. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. My battery died, but this is the fern planted up. I did 2 of them. I gave one to a neighbor already, but this is what it looks like. I probably could have put more in there, but the roots are so, they just are runners, and it's so difficult to get in the pot. And I cut the roots kind of hard back, so I don't know if that will affect the plant or not. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think it looks too bad. And my neighbor said if it does die, because I told her about the roots, she'll bring me the pot back. I was like, okay. But anyways, that is it. So that is it for today's video. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.